This weather is just not doing good for anyone, no? I'm sure when we are airing this show, it's going to be steaming hot. And we are going to be like, what are you talking about? I actually asked Lakshan to manage me, but never wanted to take it up.
I'm managing Danu as a good friend. Keep it at that. We are great friends. That's my management.
When do you switch off? When do you become the Lakshan that we have never seen? Like the Lakshan who relaxes, the Lakshan who... Because even if you go for an event, you have this bulb always flickering on top of your head.
The bulb. So that's true. Because I always believe that any moment, Danu, even today,
You can die.
both of us. No, no. No, you won't die.
I just say it.
Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today, on a rainy, gloomy day, we are speaking to someone who is very bright, chirpy, always so positive, and really wants to change the world one day at a time. A former big man at Coca-Cola, then took a step back from the corporate world to do things that he really loved, following his passion for promoting brands that have true meaning, and at the same time doing things in giving back to society. I'm very happy to have the one and only Lakshan. Ayubowan. He was very worried about the fact that I'll ask him atrocious questions.
Still worried a little bit.
And Lakshan, I've been trying to do a show with him for a long time because when Coca-Cola was a part of our shows, it was one of the most instrumental people in that process was Lakshan, who made it all possible. And it was a great brand affiliation for me to have Coke with me on the show. And tell me, as someone who has been in and out of the corporate world, following the routine, the timelines, the deadlines, the big budgets, do you miss that stress?
First of all, thank you for the invitation. I know it's a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Because he wants to control this show.
A little bit at least, but it's a pleasure. Thank you for the introduction. So, when I stepped back from corporate life, I think it was 22 years since the day I started for the banking industry and had the privilege of being working with Coca-Cola. I honestly did think I would, but I realized, strangely, to my amazement, I didn't miss it as much. So it was a shocker to me. I honestly thought I would miss that corporate culture, being part of it. That was where I was really, my exposure, experience, all there, but not as much. But it gave me such a grounding, such a learning, the structures, like you said, the cadences, the routines, the exposure globally, which I will always be super, super grateful, especially to the Coca-Cola company.
You know, the whole ethic and morals of how we work has really changed. I think when we left school, senior to me though, when we left school, we always believed in this thing, okay, you have to look up to someone, follow the ropes, eventually get there, work your way into where you're going to be. But right now there's so much of entitlement with everything that's around the younger generation who is coming into the world of a corporate mindset. Do you think the way forward, should the corporates change or should the individuals change?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think it's a fact.
Sometimes I like to mesmerize myself. Yeah.
We live in an age, Danu, in the corporate culture where the first time that 4 generations are working together in parallel. Gen Zs being the newest entrant, 4 generations. So obviously there are challenges, each one feeling they can't work with the other, one doesn't understand the other, so there's a lot going on. But at the heart of everything is, in my opinion, I think we need to look at focus on purpose, why people want a career, what does a career mean in today's context. Because you have a lot of young people especially come in, get exposure, then move, keep moving around a lot, which is not a bad thing, but I think there has to be strategy behind it. They feel that they can become an entrepreneur very early, and we have seen wonderful case studies, and people do make it early. But one of the principles I always tell people, the young especially, is something that we were really taught at an early stage was act like an owner. I think that principle in the corporate world, when you come in, it's not about titles, and you talk about entitlements. Acting like an owner, feeling belonging to a company, doing whatever it takes, and it doesn't matter whether it's a Friday after 5 p.m., sometimes on a weekend when you have to work, there is that ownership that has to come into your role, accountability, purpose. And I think that I find missing to some extent, and I wish that really comes back, because that can really help you shine in your career and elevate you into the leader you're meant to be. The ownership, acting like an owner.
But currently you're working on multiple projects. Let's speak about your humanitarian project. I think that's a huge part of your life. It has been around for some time. He has tried to drag a lot of people into it. Some don't even come halfway. He had to learn it the hard way. but you have worked with multiple non-profit organizations, projects that have been launched. Tell me, what is the purpose? Why would you spoil your Sunday? Why would you spoil a good time at home watching a movie or going out with your kids and struggle to be in an underprivileged environment, struggling and working in grassroots level? I just want that answer as to why.
So one thing again I tell people, from young people, find a cause early in life that you want to back and be behind and support for at least 10 years of your life. Give to a cause. Why? All of us are designed in a certain manner, certain fashion. We are brought up in certain ways, backgrounds, our exposure, cultures, religions, where we've lived. There's something that has molded us and shaped us. I believe very strongly, each of us, there's something that tugs us differently to someone else. There are multiple causes, multiple needs you can help. But there's always something that you feel, wow, I need to make a difference here. And you can. If you put the effort, the time and energy, resources, contacts, all of us have resources of some kind. But what is it that tugs you and that tugs me? Early on, I mean, I praise God for this opportunity. I had to volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. At a young age, I volunteered, and I then grew to be its chairman. I was very privileged to be the chairman of Habitat. For me, the tug was when I saw on a Sunday, it was Saturday actually, when he volunteered, when I realized how the living conditions people go through every day. After work, you and I, after this gloomy day, when we go back home tonight, we have a comfortable shelter. We have a secure home. When thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, even millions, don't. That was what tugged me. And I realized I can do something. Fundraise, get volunteers, do something to make life better for someone. And housing is a generational blessing. You don't just one family live in a home and then, no, generous. I want to devote my life to that. Now, for some, it might be just buying stationery for school children. For some, it may be visiting elders' home. There is something that tugs each of us. So many causes. But get plugged in, get tuned in, and focus and sustain that for a period of time. Beautiful things happen.
Amazing. We're going to get into a break. We'll come back with more. Do stick around. We are checking out Aqua Pazza. Thank you to our friends at British Cosmetics for joining us on Danu on Fire. For more details on the amount of services that they provide, including the products that they have done so well curated, especially understanding the lifestyle here in Sri Lanka and our skin conditions. You can now visit them at their outlets, if not just shop online for your favorite products. If you don't want any of the skincare and just want to fall in love with makeup, there's such a range for you to do so every single day.
I just say it.
Welcome back to the show. It's Aqua Pasta that we're checking out, and we are in conversation with Lakshan. It's a great place to have a nice warm meal. This weather is just not doing good for anyone, no? I'm sure when we are airing this show, it's going to be steaming hot. And we are going to be like, what are you talking about? It's one of those days when it had rain from last night non-stop, and every raindrop somehow found its way to land on my head. Yeah, I mean, annoying. But anyway, coming back to what we were talking about, Lakshan, currently what are you doing? Now you left all jobs and decided I'm going to just find a way to survive.
Yes.
You are surviving?
I'm surviving. Praise God, surviving. So what am I doing now? It's an interesting question. So I left Coke last August. It's been 1 year now. We set up a company called Solutions Ground Private Limited. So Solutions Ground is an international boutique, sort of multidisciplinary consulting agency.
You lost me in every form.
Consulting agency.
Thank you. What do you mean boutique?
So
It has a lot of things.
it's a lot of things. We specialize in India, Southwest Asia markets and the US.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, fancy.
I actually asked Lakshan to manage me, but never wanted to take it up.
I'm managing Danu as a good friend. I'll keep it at that. We have great friends. That's my management.
In terms of this, what you provide, now you have also not taken up brands that are successfully recognized, although it'll be easier for you to work with them and easy to fill the banks. But you have taken up challenging people who have taken up brands which they have been passionate about, and now you are running with their passion and expecting poor people like me to also join the fun. Please tell me, what are these brands that you work with? They're very Sri Lankan, they're very curated and very unique.
Very unique, very unique. And that's been a joy, I think, God's grace and favor, honestly, Danu. In the last 12 months, we have about 16 consultancies that's ongoing. So Solutions Ground is positioned in about 4 different verticals. One is the consultancy work. So we have private companies as well as NGOs that we consult for. And like you said, I love to work with homegrown local companies who have amazing founders with big dreams, who want to expand globally, internationally, and not just think local. Also creating impact in what they do. So just to name a few in no particular order, we have a great NGO partner, hi.lk, whom you know well. Sean Correa is the founder. And the purpose of hi.lk is to support schools and children and communities in the northern province of Sri Lanka. And they've been doing great work. So how we work is, how we come into play is fundraising.
And also that is with or without you, they are still going ahead and doing what they do.
They are still going.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to give them a little extra fire, get that fundraising going because I love to back causes that are purposeful, impactful. And hi.lk is one of those. So we come into play, get collaborations, partnerships going, and get more schools, more children benefited through that. One of our recent clients, Mr. Paul, Panda Pharmacy, one of our newest clients, he's doing remarkable work on sustainable farming, but every corner of his farm
Has a panda.
That's what people think.
Talk about misleading marketing.
So the reason why it's called Panda is he formed it during the pandemic. So he was a banker who decided to quit full-time work and get into something he loves, a passion. During the pandemic, he birthed the Panda Pharmacy. F-A-R-M-A-C-Y, the pharmacy. So it's amazing. I encourage families, communities, children to go. He gets about 1,000 visitors a month, and he has capacity for more. every corner is a unique experience.
To go and witness what
he's doing. So,
Lakshan, are you someone who gets caught for people's face value, and do you trust too fast?
yes.
And how have you been able to guard yourself? Because eventually it will burn someone out to a point that you will be of no contribution to anyone because you start seeing everyone in the same way.
Yes, I did. I think so. Being very honest, this is my second time that I ventured into sort of my own business. And when I first ventured out, it's about 11, 12 years ago in my early 30s, I got caught. Exactly what you said. Face value, trusted people too early, was unwise in how I started doing my dealings with friends, friendships, no proper legal documents in place. Businesses were all doing well. All the businesses were successful, but people sometimes
Never saw a dime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So people let you down. You learn, and then I came back into full-time work, and I felt that now, with an extra bit of maturity and more life experience, I felt this was the time to really venture out and do what I can. But yes, but still, am I capable of making? Everyone can make mistakes, but I'm now guarded, more careful, and I think through experience, Danu, you learn. So one thing is, I always say I persevere. I'm very persistent in what I love to do. So I don't let anything get me down for too long.
That's true.
Honestly.
Have you ever got a text message from him? Rather hang yourself. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the show. Our final segment with Lakshan. We're speaking about a developed country. Youth is going to be our future. Now, I really want to ask you, you do a lot of workshop with youngsters. You have done multiple. Tell me something that you have learned from them.
That I've learned from them. Okay. One is, what I find towards the end of the program is always interesting. If you're able to reach and they can earn trust between your audience, I do a lot of youth development programs, I like to do more. The end, where they come and they connect, when they connect to you because they feel that you're trustworthy, that's where you can they really want to tap in and learn more. Connect. Today there's so many tools. I get so many youth connecting to me on LinkedIn. So I admire that part in terms of the eagerness to know more, learn more. But there's a part that we also have to do in terms of establishing trust.
Do you also type a lot to them?
Yes, yes. I do. That's a problem. I know. I need to work on that.
His text messages are an essay. His emails are literally a book. It's a novel. You start reading and you end up the next
And my
day.
voice notes.
That is another. That's an audiobook of its own. But where do you switch off? You have your foot in, you have it in AmCham, you have with so many avenues that you work with. When do you switch off? When do you become the Lakshan that we have never seen? Like the Lakshan who relaxes, the Lakshan who because even if you go for an event, you have a bulb always flickering on top of your head. And for those who know you will know that. When is it that a moment, because I think in any form for you to give your best, I think you need to have this balance.
Yes.
Where do you get that balance from?
So I'll make a remark on your first part, the bulb. So that's true. Because I always believe that any moment, Danu, even today,
You can die.
both of us. No, no, you won't die. No, you will live and you will prosper, no death. So every moment can unlock opportunities, right? So I'm always on the hunt and look out for that moment which will unlock opportunity. That's why you always see me with the bulb on.
I'm going to eat my tiramisu while you talk.
Eat, enjoy. So how I unlock and unwind is, I would say, with family. So we have 3 boys, family of 5. So that is one way. I always look forward to a moment towards the end of the day in terms of doing something I like to do. So My son asked me the same question yesterday, and I say, so the day is full packed with things, but towards the end of the day, there's always one thing that I look forward to, and that's sort of my enjoyment, whether it's watching a movie, whether it's spending time with Nish.
That's the
various
wife.
things. That's my wife. Going out, we go out a lot for dining. We love to eat out. So there's always something. And then the weekends are always designed and planned. So Sundays is a day at church and with our family at our church. And Saturdays we do some fun things. But every day there's one moment that I look forward to in terms of unwinding.
Now, the reason why I'm asking you is, in this economy, and you see where the world is going these days, especially Sri Lanka, I think a lot of people did take very bold, brave moves in 2018, 2019, at the start of it all. They were like, yeah, Sri Lanka is on the right path, our economy is doing very good, our tourism was booming. A lot of people took decisions and moved their own way. Now, everyone, took a step back. Do you feel, for somebody who is watching this as a youngster, if they want to go out there, create their own brand, or make a dent in their world, is it the right time?
Right time to venture out? Or I always say I would never restrict people from moving out if that is what they want. You can move out for studies, you can move out for work.
Not out of the country, but just in their lives.
Oh, in their lives.
Start something new or do their own business.
Oh yes, 100%.
Oh,
100%. There's always opportunities. In times of crisis, I find you get more opportunities. It's whether you're really looking, whether you're being wise and applying your God-given talent, your purpose to that. There's always a thing I always say, find out what others truly, what is your brand? What's the value? So for example, I have been told recently, it's trustworthiness. Trust, we can trust you. So I'm using this as an example, trust.
Really?
If trust is your brand, connect it to a business, to an opportunity. Because when you connect your true self, your virtue, your value to a business, you find your money.
what can you do with trust in business? Run a bank.
Run a bank. So one of the things is real estate, for example. A lot of people don't trust, like for example, what Nish started and I started on the real estate front. A lot of people don't like to give out their deed copies or trust too many people. But when certain people come into the frame on certain business opportunities, they're like, oh, we can work with so-and-so. We can trust so-and-so. Something like that. Find your true value, connect it to your business or whatever interest you want to pursue, and you can really find rich resources there.
During your life in the corporate field, have women made passes at you just so that they can go high up in life?
Honestly, no.
No?
Honestly, no.
You have not been groped by someone?
No. I can't remember any groping incidents. No.
Nobody tried to take sexual benefits from you?
No.
Nothing?
No.
You might have bored them with an email. Last evening you entered my room with a...
or maybe something, maybe I never even understood what was happening. I'm capable of that. So I may have passed those moments unknowingly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. But no, nothing that I can recall. No.
Okay, on the door. I have to ask him something because he's so vanilla, it's not even funny.
Chocolate, I love chocolate.
Yeah, but you may like it, you need it. Thank you, Lakshan, for being here. Definitely you can follow his journey. And at the same time, if you're someone who is young or who is interested in taking your brand or yourself to a different place in what you do, you can always consult him and speak to him. Wealth of knowledge. Anyway, on that note, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aqua Pasta for hosting us as always. This tiramisu is to die for. I will see you soon.